Hello, everyone. Story time. Well, tonight I want to share with you a story that none of my friends could really believe. They always make fun of me and say that perhaps I drank too much whiskey that night. But I assure you, the story I will tell you tonight is as real as the sun and the moon we see every day and night in the sky. It all started when my family and I decided to escape the big city of New York. My wife, Martha, and I wanted to see our children grow in a different environment. And so, we put together our savings and bought a house by the seaside in a small town in Newport, Oregon. Beautiful, natural landscapes, just phenomenal. I traveled first in order to make some arrangements, but during the second night, I had this feeling that something was not right. I don't know if you guys have ever felt this. It was the feeling that I was being watched. I know the house was near the sea, but I could feel some current of wind every now and then, even when the windows were shut. I had trouble to fall asleep that night. I was not feeling comfortable, that's for sure. Well, the following evening, as I was sending some important emails, I heard a strange noise coming from upstairs. I stopped the music and listened carefully, trying to identify where the sound came from. I know what you were thinking, that perhaps I was too tired from the previous evening. Perhaps you were thinking that all houses make noises, right? Right? I know this because that's exactly what I thought. However, it all changed when I clearly heard footsteps coming downstairs. Heavy and slow footsteps. At that moment, I stood up with my eyes wide open. I took a knife I had used to cut some fruit earlier. I started to breathe heavily. My nerves began to fire with electricity because I knew that my life was on the line. I slowly walked to the stairway and said, "Who's there?" "This is private property," I said. One, two, and three more steps I heard. And then, nothing. Just nothing. At this point, I thought that maybe it was all in my head and maybe the glass of whiskey I drank was playing with my mind. I wanted to believe this until suddenly I heard the loud scream of a woman. It was coming from the kitchen, just a few meters away. My legs started to shake, and I decided to run away from the house and into the street. Am I going crazy? I thought to myself. But then a neighbor came to me and asked me if everything was okay. He asked me who was the woman screaming. I couldn't bring my family to this place. I had to convince my wife to stay a few more weeks in New York City while I sold the house and moved to California. Come on, I couldn't stay there, not even in the same state. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I feel lucky that I'm alive to tell you guys the story. Well, tell me in the comment section if you've ever had a scary moment like this, and I'll see you guys next time.